Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Anime-Zing Radio. Tonight, I'm just going to play some games. Might have people join us if they want, but figure just wanted to play and chat with anybody who comes in and wants to hang out. It's been a little bit since I've been able to make a stream due to the fact that my work schedule has been insane. And so I thought it'd be fun just to come on and chat with you awesome people and just have, basically have some fun. So I think the game of choice tonight, I haven't played it on the computer in a while, so I'll play a little Uma Musume. So let's go here. Hello, Ellie and John Knight. Great to see everybody. Thank you so much for the lurk, Ellie. I was doing the same on yours on your channel while I was up taking care of getting my daughter to bed. So I hope you're having a wonderful night. And Ellie, I know you're in the middle of a shooting game. I could never do that. I don't have the coordination, so I give you all the credit in the world. And you can tell it's been a while since I've played Uma Musume. I've got some big updates. So there's some new things that are going. I'm hoping that because I haven't played in a while that we're going to have a bunch of carrots and stuff that we can use. And maybe we can attempt to get some new characters. Let's see here. With all of this, did that give us enough? Yes. Oh, we get a free scout too. Sweet. I know that they have some new traders. So we'll see if we can get her with our free scout. Probably not. Yeah, I know I missed out on a bit. I know last week we had Rain join us. Watched a little bit of the interview. I've watched some of her streams. She seems like a really fun person to chat with. So I'm sad that I missed that one. I hope all of you enjoyed Rain coming on. This week we got another VTuber coming on Sunday night. With my schedule, I might be able to make some of the show. I don't know how much, but we have Night Marie, another VTuber joining us. So I'm excited about that. I've watched some of her streams. Very entertaining VTuber. She also, like Rain, plays a lot of like horror games. In fact, she was streaming earlier tonight. I'm not sure if she's still on. I watched some of her stream earlier. It does not look like she's still streaming. So hopefully she had a good stream. Whereas tonight we're just doing, 2 more days till Halloween. Unfortunately, I go out tomorrow, so I'm not even going to be home for Halloween. I'm going to be in Maryland. Let's do a scout. Let's see if we can get some somebody new. And see, I see 1 gold, 2 golds. How to Urara, King Hale. So nobody new yet. Not even any top tiers. So, oh, where's Ross? There's Daiwa. Oh, it looks like we got some new stories that we can check out. I just kind of skipped through this stuff just to try to get the carrots, but do I want to play this or do I want to play something else? I guess I said random gaming tonight. I might play something else. You know what I haven't played in a long time is Stardew Valley. Although I don't know if I have that game installed on here. So how has everybody been? Oh, we got a wild Darren appears.
Who's that?
Hello, sir. How have you been?
Lovely. I've had 3 days of rain. If that says anything. Hello?
Yep. So 3 days
All
of
right.
rain. Sounds like so much fun.
Sorry, I wasn't sure because I was having problems with even getting on the StreamYard because opening the thing in Messenger, you know those little three dots that are normally there that will give you the option to take you to your main browser?
Yeah.
They weren't there.
Interesting.
Hello, John. But yeah, 3 days of rain, which actually allowed me to do something I haven't done in a long time.
Watch some anime?
I was gonna say sleep, but anime too.
So
But yeah,
let's hit this here. We'll share the window, doing some random stuff. And keep clicking the random 3, 2, 1, 0. So that's who we're going to use. We're just going to go that route. I skipped the intro. Now I need to get to a point where I can access the. There we go. I'll turn some of the volumes down. That way I can hear you better. This is the first time I've actually played this game since I got this computer. So I'm trying to remember everything that I need to do on this game. So I know I missed a few shows recently, and how'd the shows go on Sunday?
really well. Kaya was a little nervous taking the reins. I was kind of waiting to step in as the quote unquote unofficial host, but before we were barely into it, we were like 10 minutes into it, and Angela decided to make her appearance, so she kind of took over from there.
Yeah, I tuned in a little bit, or not tuned in, but I watched a little bit of the stream the other day while waiting on the van in Jersey to come back. So I watched probably about 45 minutes of the stream. So it seemed like he had good conversation, and Rain seems like a lot of fun to talk to.
She was. And like I said, she's very well versed in various anime. Um, And while never exactly saying how old she was, she's somewhere in between the age of younger than y'all, all three of y'all, but potentially older than me. I'm not sure.
As you know, you never ask a woman her age.
Yep, and especially VTubers.
Because VTubers don't age.
Exactly.
So we're just going to plant some crops that we got for free here.
Oh, I
Kinda,
haven't
kinda.
planted. I haven't planted crops since. Was I playing Farmville or Cityville? Way back when.
Yeah, I used to play Farmville quite a bit. I used to have it on the phone.
Oh wow.
I saw that, John, Apothecary Diaries announcing a season 3 and a movie. I can't tell you how excited that makes me. I can't wait for it to come out. I will be watching that.
I will find some time to watch Apothecary Diaries eventually.
Mao Mao is an amazing character. That's all I can say.
Oh.
I really like, and the funny thing, like with Mao Mao, is the character is great. She's an adorable character, but never once would I have thought to like have her in the waifu category. Even though she's 17 at the start of the at the start of the series.
Uh,
So we
hmm.
trying to remember. Ah, there we go. Crafting 50 wood.
So I'm kind of curious. So pretty much all of us have been mostly unable to watch many of this season's anime. Um, what about yourself?
Um, I have started a few of the shows. I have not like I don't know if I'm caught up on much. The wife and I did a hurry binge watch of season 1 of Kakario so we could familiarize ourselves again with the story and the characters. And then it got to the point of, oh, look, it's a different studio that did the artwork. And my wife is not sure how she feels about the new artwork. I mean, it's been quite a few years since the original, so.
Well, even if it was the same studio, a lot of art styles and animations have changed over the course of the past couple of years. Because I mean, like there was a certain animation style that was just iconic in the 2010s there for a while.
Yeah.
So I'm
I,
really curious.
I did watch, I think, the first episode of, let me flip over here, see the stuff I've written down. Spy Family 3, we watched a couple episodes of Campfire Cooking in Another World Season 2. I don't know. I don't think I started that one. Tales of Wedding Rings, I watched one episode. Friend's Little Sister, I watched one episode. Isekai Quartet 3, I have caught up with.
Um, I was gonna grill you on that one. So, what do you think of Shadow so far? Because you never watched Eminence in Shadow.
I watched one episode of Eminence in Shadow and was like, I don't know if this is for me. Um, Seems like
Oh,
it's an interesting mix with the other characters.
I just kind of liked in the classroom, they were like alpha and beta, and both Shadow Garden and the maids were responding to the names, and I'm like, okay, that's
That
funny. I
yeah,
forgot about that.
That was funny. I did get a laugh out of that. Or like all the miscommunication and the confusion. I thought that was a good touch.
And then, of course, now for me trying to be the leader and getting shot down almost immediately.
I also like the nonchalantness of Kazuma,
Yeah,
where they're all like, "You
well,
need to take this more seriously," and he's just like, whatever."
yeah, well, I have to say Subaru and Ainz kind of feel the same way. It's Tanya's the one that's a little uptight.
Well, yeah, we always knew Tanya was uptight.
Mm. But it just reminds me of, well, this show is, I need to catch up on ReZero because I feel like there's a couple characters in there that, well, one in particular, I feel like I met them in season one, but I'm trying to remember who they were. But either way, the whole show is still fun. Like it never lost its touch,
Yeah.
especially with the openings with them all holding a different instrument. That was just funny.
Oh yeah. It definitely still feels like it's the same goofy show that we come to expect.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's some wild onions here.
All right, so continue the list.
Continue the list.
And stop dating Sky Quartet for obvious reasons.
Hero Without a Class, I have watched a few episodes of. Gatherer's Adventure and Isekai, I've watched a few episodes of. I'm behind on level 9,999 in Limited Gotcha. I watched the first episode of Dusk Beyond the End of the World, and I don't remember what happened in it. I've been behind on stuff.
That would be either episode one or episode zero. Episode zero showed the background of how we got there.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look because I know that's on. That's a high dive.
Oh, my my comment on Dusk Beyond the End of the World. I mean, she basically. I mean, I get what she was trying to do, but she basically ushered in the mark of the beast. That was her plan.
Yeah.
And of course, that's when the world went haywire. And then, as a result, humanity ended up basically destroying itself and went through another global reset and sent humanity more or less back to the not to the Stone Ages, but definitely not the technological capability they were at.
And that's how we got introduced to Angela.
Pretty much.
We can get poke some fun in here.
But yeah, so that's basically the gist of that. The very first episode was where they were in the current present day era. And then after both of them were injured, things proceeded to happen, and not history, and mankind goes 200 years into the future, which is basically like going from the Jetsons to the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. So the theory regarding the Flintstones and the Jetsons, especially after that crossover movie they did together, the Jetsons were the past and the Flintstones were the future. The Flintstones were a result of a global reset.
That's interesting. Right now, just kind of clearing some land on the farm here.
But 999 Gotcha, that one actually has been interesting. That's my feel good. Not feel good. That's my enjoyable one for the season.
That's your guilty pleasure?
Yes. It's kind of like the guy from the other season who was discarded and by the goddess, and now he basically seeks revenge on the goddess.
Yeah.
So, how many episodes did you get into Gacha?
Uh, I'm not 100% sure. Let me take a look. Was Gotcha?
There's 4 out.
Okay, Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. Where am I at on that? Okay, there's 5 episodes of that. I'm caught up on that one. That one was kind of funny because, the guy, dies. He's reincarnated, says he wants a cute sidekick, and ends up with a dragon. The god's like, okay, I'll give you a cute sidekick. And, oh, well, you said you wanted cute. So you knew it was something off. And that all happened in episode 1. So that means that one is High Dive. Let's open up High Dive here. Probably should have paused the gameplay here, so I'm not wasting time. Let's see. Unlimited Gotcha. Okay, they just released a 4th one, so I'm 1 behind, I think.
Okay.
Did I what? The Lord of Destruction. Yeah, I did watch that. So I'm 1 behind on that one. Because I watched him get his revenge on Garu.
Yep. So basically, the kid's kind of like Ainz in a sense. He has the power, but does he really have the drive to?
Yeah. There's 6 episodes out of Hero Without a Class. I think I've watched 5 of the episode. Let's see, Guild Competition. No, I saw that one. Okay, I think I might be 2 or 3 behind on that. That one's been kind of an interesting take on it. Everybody has a class, and the one guy ends up not having a class. And everybody makes fun of him, but the fact he doesn't have a class means he's not limited to what he can learn, and nobody thinks of it that way. So I like how they turned, what could have been a bad situation into an overpowered situation.
Well, I'll tell you one anime that's definitely not on my radar, much to Roth's dismay.
Okay.
With you, our love will make it through. You know which one that one was, right?
Yeah, I don't think I had that on my list either.
If they have a human form, that's one thing. But if they don't, that's a whole nother thing. I can't do the anthropomorphic relationships unless they have a pure human form.
And Ross says that it's really good.
Which is kind of funny because I actually liked one of Ross's guilty pleasures. Engaged to the Unidentified was a fun show, Ross.
I will say one thing I have been doing a lot lately has been reading. I've been reading manga online and in the books. In fact, I think I'm caught up on everything I have for By the Grace of the Gods, and I started reading Smartphone just because I'd heard stories of how good the story itself was, and I was curious. And there's actually been a lot more stuff, and some of the events have happened differently in the manga for Smartphone than it did in the anime.
No, Ross, I never saw Wolf Children.
I did not watch Wolf Children either.
I know
I think my wife did, and she enjoyed it.
I know that's a semi-classic, but
Yeah.
then again, I can't really talk. I never watched Spice and Wolf either.
Oh, Spice and Wolf was really good. I like the original. The remake was kind of meh. The original I really enjoyed. The remake I never finished. And John Knight in the chat says season 3 for 100 Girlfriends has officially been announced.
Yep. Can't wait.
And Crunchyroll, their manga app is now available. I've been using Manga Dex.
Well, it's always nice to support official apps, but no comment.
I know how you feel about certain ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're doing a little bit of fishing. Oh, while fishing, you got to keep the fish icon in that little green box. And first catch, you get it. If you have to keep it in the green box, you'll see a bar on the side where it grows. You have to have that go all the way to the top. So while the fish is in the green box, the bar grows. If it comes out, the bar starts shrinking.
That kind of reminds me of almost like when you were fishing with Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting, you never really played Pokemon like that.
I was the very casual Pokemon player.
If I were to give you a copy of Pokemon Emerald, how long would it take you to get through, I wonder?
If it says anything about my gaming history, I've never completed a Pokemon game.
Wow. I'd say, and I say Emerald because that's where I started. I didn't grow up with red and blue and yellow and gold, silver and crystal. I was late. I was in the ruby, sapphire, fire red, leaf green, and emerald era.
I think I started with red, and then I didn't play for a bit, and then would play casually here and there. I don't remember the games, but I had like 3 or 4 different variations on my old Game Boy. But I played
And
more like Mario Brothers, Paperboy, stuff like that on the Game Boy.
and let me guess, that Game Boy, you either sold it or it's in storage somewhere.
I think we sold it.
Nah, anything retro Game Boy or Pokemon in general is just the value on them nowadays is insane.
Oh, I know.
Believe me, I need to find me another copy of Pokemon Emerald. It makes no sense that a copy of that game in the box is going for upwards of $500 at convention.
It's insane, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let's continue to clear off some of the farm. Or you could use more wood just to make some more storage chests and stuff of that nature.
You
Uh,
mean make mimics for
yeah,
figuring?
free run's best friends, the mimics.
The worst part is it became such a meme, even though I never watched the show. I know about it.
You can't escape it. Even at conventions, you see it, and I think it's just a way to get everybody to look at Freeren's butt. Look at the elven butt. Ross said he started on Heart Gold.
Oh wow! You know, that's another one of the expensive games. I still have the limited edition figure that came with the box, as well as the Poke Walker and the Poke Walker jacket, and the game itself, of course. I would just have to find them.
Yeah, it's crazy, how expensive things get, and
How we all remain loyal to the fandom.
yeah, and
Now,
not just staying loyal to fandoms, but like you just swear by them. And I mean, how many how many, like, I know you've played most of the Pokemon games up to a certain point. Now, were you the kind that when the new game came out, you had to get it right then and there, or was it get it when you could?
in the beginning, it was get it when I could, but around Heart Gold and Soul Silver, it was just go ahead and get them now. Just get them. So I want to say I bought. Let's see. I bought black and white at the same time. I believe I bought black and white too at the same time. Um, you see, after Heart Gold, I started buying both games, not just one or the other. So I'm like, screw it. Might as well be able to obtain all the Pokemon, right?
All right.
So, um, in terms of a challenge, I would say that Platinum was one of the last quote unquote challenging games for the series. Emerald was definitely challenging. If you wanted to do everything in the game, because the Battle Frontier is hands down one of the best things they ever put in the game, and because it was insanely hard, like insanely hard.
Because I think I was more of, and it might have just been like the timing of everything. I grew up more of a Mario Brothers player, where I've had most of the Mario games, Mario 1, 2.
Wow.
Um, I also had back in the day when you first got the NES, or when you first got the NES. Um, it wasn't uncommon. You had the choice of getting either Mario Brothers with Duck Hunt, or you could get the um, track and field with the mat. And I had the mat.
Ah,
So I would play that from time to time too. And John's asking, what's wrong with the Spice and Wolf remake? I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but for whatever reason, it just didn't hit me like the original does. And that might just be like nostalgia and the love I have for the original over the remake. And we all can agree that there are times when they try to remake a story and it just does not feel the same, does not hit the same. And it's not that there's anything wrong with the work that was put in to bring back a classic. But sometimes something as small as an art style, a line, you're expecting something because you have a bias, or you have a bias based off of what you remember from the original, and it just doesn't hit the same way. So I think that's why it that I'm like, yeah, it just isn't didn't hit for me. Which I'm sure you have shows that you could say that for. Get some sleep. So what else is new, Darren? Anything good? You still there, Darren?
mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
I'm
what?
still here.
Okay. So what else is new? Anything good?
Mm, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Being able to try to catch up on some anime, and then um, trying to make sure my stuff's all balanced out.
If you're fans of Baby Beard, they are going to be in Detroit this weekend for YumaCon. Apparently, I just saw a post that Lady Beard put up saying that they are off to Detroit for YumaCon tomorrow. He snuck a candid shot of Yuzu in the background. Also news from a friend. He made a post about it. He talked about it at AAC a couple weeks ago. Our friend Devira Kai announced that he is dealing with cancer. So, sending lots of love and thoughts his way. Hopefully, he's able to overcome everything. And cancer is a crappy thing. I'm sure we've all had people that we know that have had to deal with it in some way, shape, or form. But let's see here. I got too many links open. Oh, it's saying I'll have extra luck. I don't have to water today due to the fact that it's raining. I might just go and spend the day fishing. We'll try to do a little bit of foraging, see if we can find anything. Now we've got another VTuber that's joining us this Sunday that Kaya booked for us as well, Darren. Are you excited about that one? Whoops, I went off and I completely forgot that I wanted to build a chest to put down by the docks. Fortunately, I know there are some trees over here I can chop down. Hopefully I can get enough wood to do the fishing. Like I said, we have Night Marie. It's going to be joining us this Sunday, and I should be able to join for a little bit. Oh, and Ross in the chat says, get ready to set your clocks back Saturday night, as it's time for the time change again. We're going to eat the horseradishes to make room for everything. We're going to build a chest. That way we can place it down by where we're going to fish. You know what? We're up here already. Let's just fish over here. So how has everybody in the chat been tonight? Good, I hope. Probably only going to stream for a little bit tonight. I just, it's been a bit since I've been on. I missed the last couple of weeks between work and sickness and everything. I have not watched Past the Monster Meet My Lady, and nor have One Final Request. I don't know if Darren has. Sounds like, what is River Jelly? That's new. Oh, that's good though. Ross, you've been playing the new Pokemon game. That's cool. Is that the Pokemon VA? Oh. Come on, I can do better than that. Let's not lose this. Hello, Dragon Senpai. How are you tonight? I hope you are having a wonderful day. Hope we're here on a Wednesday night. I think it's Wednesday. Yep, it's Wednesday. When you work a job that does a lot of overnights, you tend to forget what day it is pretty easily. I know. John Knight's in the chat says, can you believe it's almost the end of the year? We've got Halloween in 2 days, and then before you know it, it's going to be Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, and then New Year's, and then 2026. And all the craziness is just going to happen. Still can't believe it's almost end of the year. I mean, on top of everything else going on too, with the end of the year stuff, we got my daughter's birthday coming up in a couple of weeks, or about a week now. In fact, yesterday, part of the reason I think I'm gonna end the stream a little early tonight, maybe around 9 o'clock ish, is because I didn't get much sleep yesterday. I got up at like 6 p.m. Monday night. Was on duty coming back from Jersey at 9 p.m. Was up all night for that. Didn't get off of duty until um what time did we get done? Um I got home at close to 10:30 ish, and then it was set get my daughter's room all set up because she got a brand new bed set for her birthday. So when I got home, it was my wife had already taken apart the old bed and had cleaned out the dresser. We got rid of her dresser, got rid of her old bed and mattress, and I had to build the new one. She got a nice loft bed, to which she was really excited when she got home. And much to the dismay of cats, it being a loft bed, it's pretty high in the air, and Haru was unable to sleep on there last night. I did put Haru up there earlier today, um, and had to laugh because when we tried to get her off of the bed, and she refused to let us take her off of there. But when she made the jump down, we were downstairs, and it sounded like a piece of furniture fell over because she's a very heavy cat. I'm not sure how much she weighs, but she's like a solid block of muscle. Is that anybody got any good plans for Halloween coming up on Friday? Halloween's only 2 days away. I will be working. I will be in Maryland. Oh, that was a fast moving fish. I could not keep up with it. I need to try to make some money with all this fishing just so I can buy the upgraded backpack so I can carry more stuff and make even more money to buy the next bigger backpack. So I will probably go through the end of this day on the stream, and then we will call it there. Just stream for a little bit. I missed you guys. And Dragon Senpai, if you're still in the chat, tell us a little bit about yourselves. What kind of shows do you, what kind of animes do you like? Uh, Things like that. You know, I love learning about the people who come in and hang out with us. Ross says just watching a portrait cassette anime and playing more Pokemon for Halloween. That sounds like a fun time. I've got a sleeping cat beside me. Ainsley sleeping on the couch. Nanachi is upstairs somewhere, probably causing problems. Hara, like I said, is on. She found a way somehow to get up on my daughter's bed by herself after we put her up there. So she's now pleased with herself because she can get on the bed. I'm just waiting for the loud thud when she decides that she wants to get down. I am probably to maximize how much stuff I can bring back with me. I am probably going to have to leave some of my tools behind in the chest here. We got that chest. Let's see if we can get this fish now. If you don't get the fish, you don't get the chest. Rice shoot. So that actually could be something good to plant when we get back. The more you fish, the more experience you get. The more experience you get, you can level up, and then that green bar gets longer and longer and makes it a little easier for fishing because of the more experience that you have. Kind of like foraging. When you forage, the more you forage, the better quality items you're going to find or have a chance of finding and things. Oh, I didn't even pay attention to the fact that we had a chest on that one. Could have missed something good. And I think we lost Darren again. Gold quality fish. That's probably going to be our last cast because we are running out of energy. We're going to throw that and that there. Fish, fish, fish. We're going to grab that. So since we have our inventory full of fish, 10, 12, so 15, that's not bad. 15 fish in that little bit of time that we were fishing down there. Back over here, let's sell off the fish. And even though it's a little bit early, we are going to head in to bed. Fishing went up level 1, went up level 2. So I think we're going to call it there tonight. I hope everybody had fun joining us. I know it was just kind of a short little stream, but I knew it wasn't going to be all that long. So until Sunday night when we come back, and we may have Kaya take the reins again, just due to the fact that I'm going to be, if I do make it, it's only going to be for a short time because the train I'm on this week goes on duty around 10:30 or so at night. I go out, like I said, I go out Thursday night, I go out Sunday night. So I might make an hour, half hour to an hour of the show Sunday if things go right. So until then, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week. Stay safe, and we'll chat with you again for more. For more Anime-Zing Radio. Check out YouTube. You can see all of our past shows. You can see some of the special stuff that we've done. Follow us on Discord, or join us on Discord. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Until next time, have a wonderful week. Like I said, we'll see you here for more Anime-Zing Radio on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.